So recently I surpassed 9,000 YouTube subscribers, and Scott, being the method actor that I am, couldn't think of an idea for a video to celebrate. But when someone suggested that I show off my model trains, it reminded me that people have requested a video about my models for some time. So here is my totally not rushed 9k subscriber special, Flying Scott's Model Trains. I'm only going to showcase models which I can confidently say are mine, so locos that are here on loan or just share the family display cabinet won't be showcased. I'm also only going to use shots of the station area on my layout, as the rest of the layout is basically non-presentable. It's a work in progress and all that. Let's start off with the DCC fitted locomotives. As those of you who are in my Discord server or follow me on Twitter might already know, recently I was given a DCC system as a gift from my old neighbour. This also means that I have a grand total of 3 DCC chip locomotives. This is actually both my favourite and least favourite model right here. This Hornby model of an LNER B12-3 was my dream model, the locomotive which I wanted to own simply out of sheer love for the prototype. It's the loco which I bought with my first ever paycheck, setting the trend for making poor financial decisions. She's also my least favourite model because there's always something wrong with her. One day her speed fluctuates, next she has a squeaky axle, then a dodgy pickup. Now she shorts out on the layout on one specific bend, which is why you're only seeing her on the straight. I'll have her checked out one of these days, I promise. The best runner on DCC that I have is this little thing, a Hornby W4 Packet. I actually made a video on this one when I just got it, so I'll make a card appear right now. On DCC her running is vastly better than on analog, and overall this is my favourite shunting locomotive. They're certainly worth the praise, these Hornby Packets. The last DCC loco for today is also my most recent purchase, with special thanks to Griffin, a viewer of the channel, who passed up this second-hand Hornby J50, which meant that I could snatch it up. Like many 060, she will sometimes cut out on an insulated point, but since I'm on DCC now, I'll have to replace them too one of these days, I guess. But she's lovely. I really like the J50s, and in Scotland, where my layout is set, no big surprise there, they were the norm on Glasgow suburban surfaces and the occasional branch and freight work, so it makes sense to have one. I've wanted one for a long while, and here she is. Moving over to analog locomotives, let's keep with the LNER theme here. This austerity saddle tank was the first engine that I ever bought myself. If I remember correctly, I purchased her in Newcastle when I was 13 using the birthday money I had left. She makes an absolute racket, but she's built with a beefy motor allowing her to move very smoothly. Just, again, I don't run this one in the evening. Moving one step up is my Hornby J36. She runs very well, packs plenty of power, and best of all, there is not a lot else I can say, really. She's a 6-coupled goose locomotive, and the model is sublime. I plan on getting the Hornby TTS decoder when funds allow me to. Next loco is another LNER locomotive. It is based on a Hornby Classic. It is numbered 4472. It is named Flying Scotsman, but it is anything but the 4472 we all know. This is the Hornby Thomas & Friends range version of Flying Scotsman. I'm actually quite fond of this model, or toy, whatever, despite it basically being sacrilege. It was another birthday gift, and it's most likely the rarest loco in my collection. And because I know Thomas fans will take your arm if you give them a finger, here are my other Thomas locos. Actually, on the subject of annoying tank engines, this is my Bachmann J72. It's a nice looking model. Sure, the conrods are a bit overscale, but I can look past that. What I can't look past is that she cuts out on point every single time without fail. Silly thing. Now for the largest loco in my collection. Hornby's Thompson A2-3 is the only loco that I went out of my way to pre-order. She's a mixed traffic Pacific, and I love the idea behind such locomotives. Such a long wheelbase, such massive smoke deflectors, the same power rating as a Gresley A3, and yet it looks oddly cute. Yes, she has some flaws, no flywheel, a wonky smoke deflector, and I've had to fix the valve gear less than a week after it arrived, but I still like her. From the largest to the smallest, when this absolute minuscule loco was unveiled for the Hornby 2019 range, I swore it looked familiar. So that's the reason behind owning this. Just look at her. That should be enough reason you'd need to want one of these. Hattons have established themselves on the market as a more than competent manufacturer. I was late to the Bartley Hall praise fire train, but when this model was new, I wasn't so impressed. Sure, the model is tiny and the mechanism is decently hidden, but she still stuttered and even cut out on bends. I adjusted the pickups and she ran like she should, although she does have a slight limp. I still rarely run her, but that doesn't mean she's a bad loco. I just prefer the Peckett. I own 2 terriers. Both of them were birthday presents and I like running them. They look brilliant with just a single coach, and they look the part in such a small station as my made-up road. I just really like the Southern Railway of BR, so my long-term plan is to acquire more southern buildings and rolling stock, so I can convert the layout from a Scottish theme to a Kentish theme. Oddly appropriate for both themes is this Bachmann V2. As some of you might know, when the Bully Pacifics were withdrawn following an axle fracture on 35011 General Steam Navigation, V2s, B1s and Britannias were allocated to southern sheds to run expresses for them. She actually runs very well, she has bearings, can crawl very well, and she's the first locomotive I weathered myself. You could probably already tell. Lastly is the best runner in my collection. I specifically wanted this Merchant Navy because she's named Holland America Line. A family member sails for the Hull, and I want to fit her with a Southampton route code one of these days. I really like this loco, but it will take a while before I'll chip it. But, like I said, the running is why I like this so much. Cutting the power now.
Oh yeah, that's good stuff. Do it again. Oh yeah.
You know what? This is the end anyway. I'm just gonna do this a bunch of times. Thank you for watching. Thank you for 9,000 subscribers. Thank you for your comments, your time, and your patience. And I hope to see you in the next video. Cheerio.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's all from together.